win over Fiji. Rasavinge is the referee. It will be England's captain, Tom Mitchell, to kick off. Great buzz as we get down to the last four. South Africa and Australia will meet after this, but it's New Zealand against England in the first of the Cup semi-finals. Mitchell it is who kicks off, and he puts it down the middle. It's nicely taken, though, by Curry for New Zealand. A searching kick. New Zealand have handled it well. DJ Forbes, who's turned back the clock in this tournament, and drops a nice ball inside to Regan Ware. New Zealand controlling it, still on their own side of halfway. And Kuroi, little dart go, the no-look pass to Sherwin Stowers, shows his strength, breaks a tackle, support in field. Kuroi is there, and the turnover. Oh, it was brilliantly done by Mitchell, and England get it back. Burgess swings it wide, Bibby shows them the ball, just a bit of space on the left here, and Alex Davis goes into the tackle. Kuroi trying to get hands on the ball, and
number 4, you came from the side.
He's penalised Dan Norton there for coming in the side.
Geez, both teams with a very good start. Sherwin Stowers a strong fend on Dan Norton. Gets caught losing his feet, but here Kuroi on the ball, and that's this bit there coming from the side. Referee Rasavinge, yeah, a lot more clear when you see it on the replay.
So New Zealand set. Kuroi, the 18-year-old. Now Mickelson at the other end of the experience scale. Nice pass away, and Regan Ware sprints in for the first try. Made it look simple, New Zealand.
What they did, New Zealand, effectively was have players in motion to hold the sliding defence of England. What they do when Mickelson gave a nice left-to-right pass to Regan Ware, was give him a hold. DJ Ford was the first one to hang it on the inside. Scott Curry is there as well. What that does, it jams in Dan Norton, and it doesn't give him enough time to get back. Regan Ware holds the space. What a nice start to New Zealand's Cup semi-final.
Lovely, accurate passing. Good manipulation of the defence. Norton just caught in no man's land, and New Zealand have a 5-0 lead. And conversion, Sale's just wide. Well, he's made a difference since coming into the starting 7.
I was just about to say that, Tony. Regan Ware really has shored up that right side, both in defence and more importantly on attack, showing his wheels on the outside. And we know he's got a good step and fend also.
So England, how can they respond? Oh, spectacular. And McConaughey takes it to ground, beautifully done. Davis moves it on, Rodwell, two old adversaries there. Mickelson,
off your hand.
Well, he tried to bat it back on the New Zealand side. Good attempt, but the ball has gone forward. So England have a scrum, but they're playing deep in their own territory again.
Well, Dan Norton, one of the fastest players on the planet, so look out for them to either use the kick or Bibby to break in the midfield. They like a set piece play as well, to hit it up and use their strong runners, and that's where they're very good at. This England team, Alex Davis in the centre position, look for him to either set midfield or kick long.
Mitchell, now a tight hit to New Zealand. Well, you don't see that too often. Mickelson away to Stowers, straight and Stowers looking for the offload. Mickelson, he's in again. Regan Ware gets a pair.
Thank you.
Oh, Mickelson, how about the lob pass?
And also, as you said, also forward pass, the Brimmer brought it back.
Oh, they've called it off. There was a consultation, and he's called it back for a forward pass. England dodge one here.
We can't see it on this angle.
Catch.
But the assistant referee right in line with that pass, Tony.
Line. Set.
Once again, very tough to tell, but that's a huge level for this England team after the tight head.
Oh, they take the free kick from the scrum penalty, so Ware thought he was in. Now Bibby's in a bit of space. Dan Bibby. Mickelson coming. Oh, brilliant tackle. Kuroi.
Now this part I don't like.
High shot now.
Yeah, this part I don't like, because he got him on the shoulder. It's called a high tackle. It's nowhere near the head, but this is what they've all agreed on. Anything like that on the shoulder is deemed a high tackle. But a bit of brilliant work from Kuroi.
Still have possession. Just the one try in it. New Zealand looked like they were in for their second. Now Norton, big threat, taking it back. Bibby, New Zealand looking to close up. Mitchell flings it wide, and there's a bit of space too for McConaughey. They look to hold him up though. Knee hit the ground, they have to let him go. Curry goes in looking for the counter ruck. And now it pops up, and here's the chance for Burgess. Oh, the little show and go, brilliant! Phil Burgess. Well, double blast here.
I think it's just making sure he got it down.
The ball was dislodged before he grounded. Tex, are you there?
Well, he got absolutely done to Kuroi by Burgess. Remember, he's a forward on the back. He comes to the sweeper, the big number 3. A little bit of a stutter step. It does Kuroi easy. Kuroi tries to come back and dislodge the ball. Did he do it? No. Got England back in it.
So the try will be confirmed. Oh, it was brilliantly done by Burgess. And now Mitchell.
That takes a lot of skill for a big man. He had to run 50-odd metres for their try to be able to do that after 5 games and then do a sweeper. He goes, yeah, that's right, boy.
Here's the attempted conversion to put England in front. Oh, just shaved the upright. Mitchell close. No conversion, but it's 5-all. And a moment of, well, quite sublime brilliance there from Phil Burgess. He plays as a flanker in 15s, doing a very good job as a forward, showing a back skills there. Forbes waiting for the restart and takes it down nicely too, Forbes.
7.
And again, well, people will make comment about some of these high tackles, but it's the way it is. They're just trying to get the tackles away from the head, the net altogether.
I like this call though from New Zealand. Just go to the line out, try slow play down. You can see there Bibby just gets caught a bit high. No intent or malice in there, but you're right, Tony, anything around that area is dinged a penalty now.
Just have to get used to it. Kuroi will get the call. Rodwell will challenge, and challenges well. And England have got it. Burgess. So England will get the last chance to attack in the first half. Bibby. 2 playmakers operating out in the midfield. Trying to make some space here for Davis. And beats one, fires it back. Now, McConaughey.
Tackle now, release, tackle, release.
Again, the call, tackle, release. Well, they'll be patient. Such a professional side. Bibby. And tries to... almost intercepted by Sherwin Stowers.
Last forward.
Little breakdown there from England. Stowers couldn't quite reel it in. There it is there. If he'd caught that, I don't even think Norton would have stopped him. So that's half-time, and it's 5-all. All locked up.
Sorry, I think he's Mike's on.
The home team, especially an Aussie home team. Start of the second half. High kick. Taken down by McConaughey for England. And goes to the short side, does Bibby. Now they take it open. Davis, Rodwell, and Norton. Chops back across field. Nicholson coming across, trying to close him down. Bibby, though, has it. Here's Burgess, England's man of the moment. Certainly not committing numbers to the breakdown there. Now England to bring it out. Davis, who's another who's been in good form, breaks the first tackle. Not really going forward. Now he's created some space. And here's Norton. Coming across, Curry can't get to him, but Kuroi can in the sweeper roll.
Play on,
coming through the middle was Forbes.
Tackle release,
They have to let go of Burgess, or he's done well. And Forbes will have rucked for it, couldn't go in there.
You must roll out quicker, please.
He's got him for not rolling away, because I think Alex Davies there had lost his feet and had a knee down on the ground, so that's a good ball keep from this English team, and Dan Norton finally getting his hands on the ball in some space.
Time off. Time off. 3.
England's making a sub. Tom Bowen is coming on. And it's Norton it is who's leaving the field.
It's an interesting one. I would have kept Norton on. Sione Molia coming on as well for Sherwin Styles. But what I really love about this England team, especially from tap penalties, they are so inventive with Bibby and Mitchell. Look out for them.
They've got a series of moves, sweeping moves involving good running off the ball, switches of direction. Bibby darts away to the right, trying to pop it into a space for Rodwell. Mickelson comes across. Good leg drive from Rodwell. Kuroi going in there, wins the penalty.
First arriving
Good
player,
defence.
number 6, Black.
And Mickelson takes it quickly, sets off. New Zealand look to break out. Molia. Good tackle, though, made by Tom Bowen, the man who's just come on. And England will get a penalty here. Molia had to get out of there. It's good defence now from England. And they get the chance. Who is going to unlock the scoreline? The chip kick ahead to Carpentier, tearing after it. Kuroi gets to it first.
Oh, Tom Mitchell, though, coming from back was a good option too, realising that New Zealand were exposed at the back. Kuroi gets back, but only just. Good chase by De Carpentier, a little push in the back as well, but he gets it down.
Both sides bringing the changes. Well, this is a low-scoring game, and real contrast to what we've seen so far today. And more changes being made. England bringing on Oliver Lindsay-Haig, Ethan Waddleton. Rodwell leaves the field.
Yeah, but both of these teams are built this way. Tony, they're not the high-flying sort of side. They're built on power.
Newstub also on. Andrew Newstub, one of the new men in the New Zealand team. Good restart. Curry gets up and takes it down. Superbly done by the skip. New Zealand give it to Collier. And good support play. Kuroi, nothing really on. Curry with the call. Forbes now moves it on. And New Zealand go down the right through Regan Ware. But DJ Forbes in a real wrestling match here with Dan Bibby. And just getting a little fractious in there. The tension is showing.
Yeah, well, both teams are getting an opportunity at the ball, and there's confusion from both sides. Saying leave the ball alone, but he's still allowing the opposition to play the ball, and I think that's where the confusion's coming in for both sides.
Time off. Okay, come, let's go, guys, let's go.
It's a prime opportunity here. New Zealand's put into the scrum. England will put the power on.
Time back on.
England with more possession.
Crouch. Bind.
New Zealand looking
Set.
to reach their first cup final since Hong Kong last year. 7 tournaments since then.
Okay, advantage.
And it's all locked up. Referee's playing advantage here, but New Zealand now with an opportunity to break out through Ware, who's been a threat on the flanks. Newstub swings it back. Kuroi, nothing really on, and just trying to work. Oh, throws a lovely ball out the back to Curry. He floats one wide, and here's Collier. Chance to stretch out. Loads it back in field. Curry, oh, he's done well to hang on to that. Now he needs some support. It's there for New Zealand. Forbes trying to see off to Carpentier. Referee calls ruck again. New Zealand just a little slow. Now the kick out to the wing. And News does too much. Oh, way too much on that. Sailed over the dead ball line. Regan Ware it was. Giving chase now. Referee
Scrum or 22.
offers England the option.
Collier down the far side of the field. Desperate defence from England, but look at this ball control from Scott Curry. Does extremely well. I'm not sure about the cross kick, though, from Vitamoni Kaloi. There was a lot of numbers lined up for New Zealand, but Dylan Collier, he's made a difference.
Almost looked like he just ran out of ideas for a moment.
I think he got rushed, that's the thing. And as a young player, you still would be able to, could excuse him for that in these big moments.
Okay, thank you. Let's go.
Well, it's still 5-all. It's been 5-all for an eternity.
Time back
It's
on.
been enthralling, hasn't it? Even though it's been a low-scoring match, both of these teams not giving a quarter whatsoever.
Line. Set. Set.
Who's going to land the big blow? New Zealand have created a couple of tight heads in this game, but they haven't been able to on this occasion. Bowen fires it back deep. Panic here in the ranks. Davis put on the ground. Again, it's a call of Ruckman. Bibby slipping. There was space out on the left too. New Zealand able to close it down. Lindsay Hay taken in the tackle. Wearily players getting back to their feet. Who's going to crack? Awkward pass. And then a brilliant pass. And Bowen's in space. Straightening up. He's going to race away. No, Kuroi coming back at him. Can he stop him? Yes, he can. Kuroi. England, though, still have it. Another tackle, another pass, and a try. The deadlock is broken. Oliver Lindsay Hay.
Well, was he the one that gave that miracle ball to Tommy Bowen? Lindsay Hay gets the score, but what a breakout from the shadows of their own. Horns, there it is there, we just missed it. But Tommy Bowen, I thought he was away at this stage. He takes his angle, but the good comeback from Kroyed sweeper, desperately gets him down. But the numbers for England, which is too much, but Kroy, the young man, pulling down one of the fastest players in this English team, Tommy Bowen.
But England had the support. Here it is. The scoring pass. And Oliver Lindsay Hay goes in between the sticks. The conversion is good and just seconds on the clock. Well, New Zealand made a great escape earlier on today. They're going to have to make another one just to force it to extra time. England now in the driver's seat. De Carpentier gets up to smother the New Zealand captain. Used up now. Turns it back on the inside. Rocky Khan is on the field. Oh, flung to the ground by De Carpentier, who goes through, grabs it. Oh, what a great play.
Contest.
Malia, well, he had to wait. New Zealand trying to drive through. England have got it, though. All they need to do is get it out, and they're into the final. Here it comes, and England are into the final. Well, they scored a brilliant try to beat New Zealand, and they are through. And they'll play the winner of South Africa and Australia. Another pulsating match, and at the end of it, England come away with the win and a spot in the decider, 12-5 over New Zealand. We await now the second semi-final, South Africa against the hometown heroes Australia, with Greg Clark.
Thank you, Tony. Whoa.